Power, the final season, the final betrayal. Who shot Ghost? Still DRE. It's your boy Dane Diddy.
Ambitious Ace.
First thing first, man, you know we got to talk about it, man.
What?
Spanky and 2Bit's real first names, man.
Francis.
I don't even know how to say Spanky's real name.
God, I was just looking at it.
Fox something, Spocksworth?
Yeah.
Spocksworth.
The way he was hesitating, he didn't want to get up like.
It was hilarious though. That was really funny. I was named after a judge. I was just like, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not the first thing we got to speak about though. That definitely was funny. If you have not watched the episode, go watch the episode. Heavy spoilers to come.
Heavy.
With that being said, man, my man Dre had to cook.
You say he had to cook?
He had to cook. Why they have to cook my man Dre?
I mean, he's a rat.
People was pouring out Henny.
Yeah.
For the rats, all the rats out here in the streets.
That being said, Dre had I think a fitting end for this show. I mean, come on. From the beginning, let's just go right from the top, man. Just right from the top.
Right from the top?
Yeah, right. Just because I need to get in on the savageness of Dre.
Look, I mean, Dre.
So we start out with him singing to the baby.
Okay, that was cool. I was immediately confused. Yeah, I was just like, I know he was locked up.
Yeah.
So what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
But as soon as he saw the news report, I was 100% understanding of what's going on. Like, okay, so this is around the same time, like when he found out he's waking up in the morning, he's on the phone with Ramona.
Yep.
That's the same time that's happening.
Yeah.
So after he has this whole revelation with his girlfriend, which I'm not sure if it was the same girlfriend or not, you guys can let us know down in the comments. I cannot remember. I don't even remember seeing her that often.
Mm-mm.
I didn't know she was from the
London.
UK.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
I didn't know she had family in Vegas. I don't know if we went over any of this before.
Yeah, I don't remember at all.
And anytime you see a kid in abundance, somebody's dying. Right?
True.
This is why I assume. So hopefully when we get to Tasha's episode, we don't see Yaz that much. If you see Yaz a lot, it's a wrap for Tasha. But anyway, this girl tries to convince him to move to Paris. I mean, to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Which you, like, let's do it?
I mean, look, man, out of all the red flags, it's just like, yo, my man, go. Get out. And everything like that. But knowing Dre, he wants to be a kingpin. He wants to rule this damn city, be the most, what we say, I'm
biggest drug
dealer
in New York
and everything. I'm like, he ain't
He fell a little short.
Yeah.
A little short.
But I knew at that time, I was just like, nah, he ain't about be about that,
So the Serbians came shooting at him. That comes from that text that Ghost sent to the Serbians saying that
Drake. But the way they presented that scene with his boy getting out of jail and everything, like, man,
it just showed you how selfish.
We used to do this. We used to be boys.
I like how they showed that scene in slow motion too.
Yes.
Because you just got to see the whole deviousness in his face.
Like, he didn't hesitate. Like, you helping your bruh and then using him as a body shield, yo?
To his defense, it was either both of them or one of them.
Don't be coming at his defense.
I'm just joking. Nobody's defending Dre.
But, I mean, I wasn't surprised at him doing that, but it was just like, damn, we already know how salty Dre is. But just to see another layer of that, man.
He got locked up like 6 times this episode.
He did. He got in and out of jail this whole damn episode.
I mean, one thing we got to give Dre, he is a little slick.
Yeah.
When he saw them about to stab him, his head was on a swivel. He jumped up. Hey, what's up, Big Mike? Or whatever.
Exactly.
I don't know you.
I don't know you. And then even towards the end of the episode, did the same thing. But
I caught. I was like, he gonna get himself put in solitary.
Yep.
It's like, come on, man. 2Bit had to get some type of justice. I just wanted him to just whoop some ass or something.
Yo, shout out to 2Bit. He was the man this episode. He was in charge for real.
Yeah, he was. We'll see Spanky again though.
Yeah, most definitely.
On a Tommy episode.
We'll see 2Bit again.
Nah.
You think he's stuck in there? He done?
Hell yeah, he's stuck in there.
Yeah.
How he gonna get out?
I don't know. I'm just hoping.
But we definitely gonna see Spanky again.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Tommy will kill him.
Mm.
But aside from that, though, they were hilarious this episode.
Yeah.
A lot of funny lines from both of them.
Yeah.
So we got to see Dre. You know, so after he escaped that, he got bandaged up. He took his girl's advice. He went to see his mom. How did you feel about that scene?
Well, you know, it was out of nowhere in the sense of the story.
Randy Orton style.
But really Randy Orton style. But it made sense in context with Dre's character because I feel like this whole show, even though we've seen the harsh, radical side of him, there's always been that, I want to say, soft side that we never got to explore. So I think it was fitting that the soft side would have been his mother. And the fact that we got introduced to her that way, like, you know, she thought she was getting robbed and everything like that, but it was her son, and now we know that he hasn't had no contact with his mother at all since he got out. It's just like, man.
We found out later why, though.
Well, yeah, we found out later why, but just to know that they had that kind of relationship, I thought that was really interesting in development of this Dre perspective episode. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it gave you a lot of perspective into the reason why he feels he's messed up and he reacts to things the way he does. It was specifically based on how he was raised.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a really interesting take from the episode.
Yeah.
All of the interactions with Blanca were interesting and everything like that. But I just want to kind of get to the heart of the episode. So he goes, he sees Tate.
Well, before we get there, because I want to talk about the development of his mom, because I thought it was interesting when he went to go rob his mom, basically, and everything.
He's going to steal a jury.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't use the word rob.
He was going to rob his mother. But anyways, I thought it was interesting because the fact that, you know, they play the dynamic of this Christian woman and everything like that, but she's downright calling her son a demon and everything like that.
Oh, that's normal.
But I'm just saying.
What are you
but
talking
it
about?
plays into the fact of Dre's character, because when she was like, I don't know what did she say?
I don't know
should have
what
wrote it down.
God cursed me with
so much to have a child like you. I was just like, damn. I was just like, good gosh, I see.
So at that moment in time,
I thought
did you want him to kill his mother?
I thought he was going to pull the
Did you want him to?
I'm not going to want anybody to ever kill their mother. I'm just going to say that flat out.
I'm just saying based on what she said to him.
Nah, but I thought Dre, being the character that he is, would do that.
I didn't think he was going to do it.
But, you know, it's just that line don't cross. But it just kind of, you know, puts in perspective, like we said, Dre's character and why he is the way he is, because he was just basically cursed from, what he said, 6? You called me a demon at the age of 6 and because I stole some candy? And it's just like, damn. I mean, that
everybody steals candy.
And it's just like that set him on the path. But if you got a mother that's always criticizing you, even when you're trying to do better, of course you go down the wrong path. Because the one important person in your life keeps on criticizing you and everything like that. So I thought...
Yeah, I mean, you start believing what people tell you about yourself.
Exactly. So I thought that dynamic was interesting to learn about Dre's part, which is one of the few reasons why I did like the episode, because we got to see Dre's character coming full circle through these interactions. And I feel like the dynamic between his mother, his baby mama, and his child was interesting as story-wise, because it's just like, you know, he was working to make his daughter a better future. He was working to satisfy his baby moms, but he was trying to get away from his mother. So I thought from a writer's standpoint, that was a very interesting dynamic for Dre's character.
Okay, now that you got all that out of your chest.
I had to get that out.
So he went to see Tate. Tate offers him, you know, the license plate and everything, $100K to go kill Ghost.
Yep.
So he
but
goes.
You only get half.
He talked his way into the whole thing.
Yeah, he said you only get half.
That was hilarious, though, what he said. You should have ran for politics.
Yeah,
you should have been a politician.
I like how you did the lean.
Yeah, I like how you leaned in. That whole scene was hilarious.
Yeah.
So his girl tries to convince him, let's just go,
Yeah.
let's just leave.
Yeah.
And he turns around and goes back.
I knew that was going to happen.
I mean, everybody. Of course you knew he was, because you saw him walking towards the club.
But shout out to Rotimi, because just the facial expressions he be giving, you can tell that he was just driving away like, yeah.
I ain't no bitch though.
I ain't no bitch. So that I really shout out to this acting because even the interactions with his mother and everything like that, I think Rotimi did a good job.
Yeah. So then we had the whole thing. He goes into the club. He hears the shot. He runs out. He
and
sees
punches
Blanca there.
her. What the hell is wrong with him?
Because he didn't have time to explain. Look,
what do you have to explain?
Because he would have to tell her like,
what?
She heard a gunshot.
Okay,
he's the first person that walks out.
Okay, but if they would have took him in, he would have had no gun residue on him or anything like that.
True.
He just had a gun, but he didn't have no kind of residue on him. That was a stupid move by Dre. Once again,
it was. I mean, this is the move that resulted in him being locked up.
This is a dumbass move. He made a whole lot of dumb decisions this episode, and some not good decisions, slick decisions. Okay.
I couldn't believe he stopped at a gas station that early,
bruh.
I would have ran. I would have ran until that joint ran out of gas. Until I would have been out of the state.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. And when you see Tommy, and you want to stop at the gas station after you see Tommy,
giving you the most cynical. Yo, go back and watch that scene.
Go back and watch
tell me that Tommy didn't look like a good guy doll from like one of the first Child Play movies. The way he turned his head and just looked at Dre, and then just disappeared behind the bus.
Yeah.
That was some good guy shit.
Yeah.
But so he ends up in jail. Spanky and 2-Bit finally get their bit. I mean, especially 2-Bit. 2-Bit's been wanting to kill Dre for a minute. So they burn him alive. Yeah. You was cool with that?
I mean, to me, this show particularly plays around a lot, I guess, with karma and getting what you deserve.
Has Dre had the worst death?
Damn, I don't think the worst, but I think
because that was suffering.
I think the way it was handled, like knowing that he didn't have any kind of way out, and he couldn't call on nobody, like. Dre's always been the character to find a way out of a situation. And I think the ability of not having the ability to find your way out of it made it horrible for him, if that makes any sense.
He backed himself all the way into a corner, literally.
Yeah. So
he thought they weren't going to be able to get him in solitary.
So it's just like, it was that moment, like Dre knew that he couldn't get himself out of this situation. He's always been able to try to maneuver his way out, and that one he couldn't do it.
Yeah, I thought it was messed up for him to burn like that. I'm like, damn, that's foul, man.
Yeah.
So with all of that being said,
can I get to my anger now?
Oh, okay. I was about to go to prediction time, but go ahead, man.
No, we gonna hold that. Listen, if y'all go back and watch the scene where Dre is talking to Ghost, and then you watch this episode of the same scene from 610, it's different. So if you watch Power Confidential, the writer says that is what Dre's feeling at that moment from his perspective. I ain't messing with that, man. I'm not. Are you?
Yes.
Why? Tell me why. Because I'm not feeling it.
Because so when people have incidents, right? Say me and you have an argument, right? We have my side and we have your side and we have the truth.
So when we get in the truth then?
The last episode.
Man, that's some bogus stuff, bro.
So if we even get it, because who do you believe? Do you believe
I
Dre?
believe Ghost, because Ghost gave us one of the best monologues of the season.
So you believe Ghost?
But no, I'm asking you. Instance, remember that scene we was talking about on a review?
Yeah, it was great.
Like
I loved
all the lines
you
that
called
Ghost
him a little
made.
bitch.
All that.
I loved all of it.
I wanted to see that again, and I was.
But wouldn't you be upset to see the same scene again?
No.
Exactly the same?
No. If this is
for
a
instance,
show.
We got to see this incident with Tasha and Ghost again, right?
Yes.
I guarantee you that Tasha's going to see it way more horrific. She's going to see it way more horrific than it actually happened from Ghost's point of view.
So, not trying to be funny, but we going to see her get her ass beat worse?
In her mind, yeah, it was worse. Because, see, we saw it from Ghost's perspective.
But when has the show been about this perspective shit?
It's not about when has it been there.
But it's too far. Like, the show has been one way for 6 seasons. And now you want to try to pull this little mind writer's technique.
Because the whole thing is who shot Ghost.
Okay, listen. The idea itself.
So, look.
Hold on.
So, we got to see it from Dre's perspective. So, see, from Ghost's perspective, who do you think was the maddest enough to kill Ghost?
Dre.
So from Dre's perspective, who do you think was the maddest enough to kill Ghost? Was Dre as mad in his perspective to kill Ghost? Or was he more mad from Ghost's
So
perspective.
so then I'm gonna lead you to what me and my brother was talking about. Is Ghost's episode the wrong thing, or is this was Ghost taking everything like like he was having the visions of Angela, Kanan, his daughter. So is that whole episode meant to be Ghost was just delusional? Cause that's the only way I can see this working. Is if Ghost that whole episode was so high on life that he was thinking everything one way but saying them different.
I mean, he
And
probably
the
was.
way that we're seeing it from the perspectives are the true way. That's the only way I can see this working. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, they all kind of predicted, like through what they told him in that episode, they all kind of predicted his demise in a sense from them speaking to him. So I don't feel like I just feel like he was talking technically to himself, but he was envisioning those people saying it to him because I think there was a time whenever he was in the hallway and then Ramona came, that was when he was talking to Kanan.
Right.
And then Ramona asked him who he was talking to.
Exactly. Right.
So he was talking to people in his head. So that's just the way I take that.
I don't know, man. I'm not feeling this, man, because like I really think it's a interesting film writing technique to do the different perspectives and everything like that. But if that was the case, that would have been what this show builded on from the start. So for automatically the last 5 episodes, you're trying to do this thing with the viewers, like, oh, we're going to be having a lot, like even.
But it makes sense.
The writer said there's going to be a lot of different scenes from different perspectives.
So okay,
it
for
makes
instance,
sense, but it doesn't make sense to me in terms of a show. This is a show that has been recorded as a drama. This isn't like some psychological show where you're changing perspectives from another character to know what they were feeling. This has been a drama on Starz. You tune in every week. You find out what happens because this is how they wrote the story. I don't want different perspectives.
It went from Monopoly to Clue. All right. But I'm cool with that. I as opposed to your perspective on this, I actually enjoy the way the show is going right now. Because now when you watch episode 10, all of those things that didn't make sense, we're gonna get closure to. Like when Ghost and Tommy were in the thing talking and Tommy was about to kill Ghost. And then all of a sudden they got shot at.
Okay.
Tommy ran in the building.
I'm not knocking that aspect.
Like there's so many things that we're actually going to get closure to.
I'm not knocking that aspect of the show. I like the fact that the missing gaps in episode 10, because that kind of happened with this episode. We found out how 2-Bit tried to kill, because remember we was like, we never got to see
who the hell did he talk to?
Yeah, we was like, why did he try to get 2-Bit to kill him? We didn't see it. He just got out. So we got that missing scene in Dre's episode. So I'm happy with that. But I'm just not happy with the fact that y'all going to change lines that were written in the previous episode.
I like
because
it.
This is how this person was feeling. This is how he took this.
Because the way Dre's ego was set up, that's how he took that conversation
makes
with
sense
Ghost.
in my head.
So when we see Tariq and his dad's argument,
he gonna be thinking he a kingpin, top of the world. I get that.
Nah, but we don't know how he's gonna take it because he already despises his dad. So Ghost took that argument in the club with his son way worse than Tariq probably.
Okay, I get that. But in terms of a film, a show, it's too much for the last 5. This is not how I want Power to go out.
This is not how you want Power to go out.
I feel like a lot of people will agree with me. We don't want to see.
I think we should just wait and trust in Courtney and see how she ends
we were talking about before.
Because I actually like the way this is heading.
No, see, this is where I'm torn.
It gets my like creative juices flowing.
I like the perspectives, but don't change lines like that. I don't like that shit. I like when Ghost was talking down to Dre, and you telling me this is different.
In Ghost's mind, he let everybody have it, just the same way. When one of your friends calls you, man, I got an argument with so-and-so, a word. Man, I told that motherfucker so-and-so, so-and-so. Who's to say that they actually did that?
But don't do that now.
Nah,
this show hasn't been about that.
It hasn't. Up until episode 10, when the whole show switched.
Season 6, episode 10. Think about that.
Then it switched to who killed Ghost. And in order to do that, we need to understand what other people's motives are. We saw what Ghost's perspective as everybody was, but now we need to figure out why everybody else felt the way they felt.
I can agree with that angle.
Because from Ghost's perspective, everybody hates him. Yeah. So if you ask Ghost who shot him, he wouldn't even know who to tell you.
Right.
But it made it so this episode showed you, for one, that Dre didn't do it. In my opinion, it showed you that Tommy didn't do it. In my opinion, Paz probably didn't do it either. And it's and also, unless, depending on when that whole transaction took place with Tate, Tate didn't do it either. Unless Tate sent him there as well in order to set him up to make it look like he did it when Tate was doing it. Because I was just like, this had to happen before Tate went to talk to Ghost. But the way they showed it to us, it happened like kind of quick for it to.
Well, like we were talking before, the only thing I'm going to like about this perspective angle is if we get a Tommy and Tasha centric episode, and Tommy somehow finds out that Tasha killed Lakeisha.
He will.
This whole thing like that. So I think that dynamic. This is what I think. I think the Who Shot Ghost thing is not going to be what's going to make me excited to watch these episodes, if that make any sense. Because at this point, I don't care who shot Ghost, but I care about everybody else's plot lines because I like how they wrapped up Dre. I'm really interested to see how they're going to wrap up Tommy. I'm interested to see how they wrap up Tasha and, of course, Tariq. But at this point, I feel like if they keep doing this, I'm not going to be, I mean, at least right now, the way I'm feeling, I'm not going to be shocked or surprised with the revelation of who shot Ghost.
It was Tasha.
So I think that's what my thing is and why I'm so upset is because this whole promotion of who shot Ghost, by the time the series finale hit, I am not going to be like, unless they do something really clever or amazing that they might do, and it's going to have me like, yo. But still, at this moment right now, I'm not really interested in who shot Ghost. I'm just interested in how they're going to close storylines. And I think that's what this episode did greatly for the character of Dre. So that's the only reason why I appreciate this episode is because it closed Dre's arc perfectly.
I'll keep it simple. I love the episode. Now, with that said, prediction time. Who killed it? Who shot Ghost?
I don't care.
Okay. I think it was Tasha. Final answer. I'm not changing my answer again. I used to think it was Tariq and Dre and Lorenz Tate's character, Tate. It was Tasha.
Okay, why is that?
Because Courtney can't wait to do that last confidential where she just talks about a woman scorned. And I think when we see Tasha's reenactment of her and Ghost fight, it's going to be worse. And she's going to have way more reasons. Like the whole, we thought that was bad. Just wait until we see the other stuff. It wasn't Tommy. All right? It wasn't Tommy.
So what? He didn't, he punched her? Like
Possibly. It probably was, maybe he spit on her too or something. I don't know. Whatever it was, I think it was Tasha.
So which one is the right one?
Which one?
Which one is the truth? The right reenactment.
It's somewhere in the middle.
Fuck. I can't. I'm sorry, y'all.
So with that being said, man, I'm starting to conjure up a whole bunch of ideas of how this whole thing is gonna come apart. So I think Tommy will find out that Keisha killed. That Tasha killed Keisha, and I think he's gonna find out because Tariq is gonna somehow Tariq is gonna get that information to Tommy. I don't know why Tariq would call Tommy, especially after the big argument they had. Mm-hmm. But the only people that know that Keisha killed is Blanca. But Tasha lied to Blanca and told her that she didn't do it. Tariq knows. Tariq is going to get this information, and I think Tariq might make one of those crazy threats like, if you touch my mother, I'll fucking kill you, Uncle Tommy. Something along those lines. Yeah, I know, right? It almost sounds laughable, right? It sounds pretty laughable.
Well, I guess we can't forget. Or do you think that Dre got Tariq a piece?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so that's another thing. Who was the piece for? And I don't think it's for Ghost. I mean, that's too
It's to protect his mother.
Okay, yeah. So
I don't think Tariq is walking around here with enemies.
So you want to pick,
and then it also is whatever this conversation that Tariq and Tommy are gonna have, because I know they're gonna have some type of conversation.
well, pick on the theory you got about Blanca when she said I got Tommy covered.
I just think she might have put a bug in his ear to get him that information about Keisha dying, because that look that he had on his face was like one of those looks like Holly dying, like Keisha dying when he was standing outside the club.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He probably went in there to possibly kill Ghost, but I don't think he would go through with it. Tommy, if Tommy was gonna kill Ghost, he would have killed him in that damn alleyway. Why would he wait until later on that night?
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense to me. And as much as mad as Tate was, I need to see it from Tate's perspective before I can see him actually going through with it. So my final answer at this point is Tasha. I just think it was Tasha.
I can't even give an answer. I'm still saying Tariq. I think I said that last episode. Listen, still, I still love the show. I still love the writers, but this perspective stuff is getting me the wrong way. If y'all end up wowing me by the series finale, I'll shut up and be like, y'all got me. But right now, I don't know, y'all.
I'm trusted in Courtney. I think it'll be fine. I'm trusting in Courtney, man. She's a genius.
I hope so, man. We don't need this to go out on a bad note.
I need to link up with Courtney. I got some ideas. Maybe you could screenwrite them into TV show form.
Let us know what y'all think in the comments, man. Am I wild? Am I rambling? Do y'all agree with me, or do y'all agree with him and think the show's perfect, going in the right direction?
I didn't say it was perfect. I did not say that. I'm just okay with the direction they're choosing to go in. I like Clue. You don't like Clue?
I'm fine with the direction. Just
you
don't
like
change
Clue?
lines, all right?
You got to change the line.
No, bro. Please.
It's misdirection.
Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, man. Please.
Just
please.
remember, Proctor's daughter still got the key to everything.
Yeah, true that. So Tommy could still go away.
Oh, everything's falling down.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. There's not going to be no happy endings for this show at all. I'm not expecting no happy ending.
Paz will be happy.
What she got to do, really? I mean, what does Paz got to do?
She'll be happy.
She has no issues with anybody. She could leave
she has an issue with ghosts.
Leave.
That's what they tried to tell. That's what they tried to tell Rotimi. And he's like, nah, I'm not going nowhere.
I like how they had his music playing at the end,
yeah,
too.
I know, right? Yeah, gonna play his song on his way out. Looking like a member of Criss Cross on the Power Confidential, man. Let us know in the comments how y'all feel about this episode, man.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys next week with Bang Bang in tow.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta talk to Bang Bang about this. Oh.
I bet you liked it.
I don't know. Bang Bang was probably drinking watching this last night, too.
All right, y'all.
Peace.